follow me. This is grown man business. This is grown man business.
Welcome to Grown Man Biz with Mac and Whiz, where we give you a comprehensive outlook on all things news and social media.
And I am your co-host, Mac Phipps, a.k.a. Mac Free. If you know, you know. And if you don't, then you better ask somebody, baby. And that's how we coming. Grown Man Biz with Mac and Whiz. This is Big St. Thomas, a.k.a. The Wizard.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm talking about? So what we got going on today, cuz? What's happening in the world tonight? And let me just let everybody know, this is my disclaimer. Whiz he does the research, right? He come up with the topics, and he bring these topics to me live on camera so he can get my real-time reaction. Yes, so the things that we're about to discuss, I have no idea. He already got everything planned, so y'all gonna get my real-time reaction to this.
You ready to get into this?
Let's get into it. Y'all know I'm ready. And like I told y'all, this is
light, heavy,
my real-time reaction. And you already know I like to get into the heavy stuff first. Let's go straight for the gusto.
I'm going Operation Epic Fury.
Okay,
with
go
intelligence, providing intelligence.
Follow.
That's helping.
I'm about to. Yeah, continue.
I mean, you know, they pretty much giving them intel on what we're doing.
So Russia, who was already Iran's ally, allegedly is giving them intelligence.
Yes.
I want to say that again, so that people can really, really.
Allegedly.
Russia, who is already Iran's ally, so happened to be giving them intelligence in the war that they're having with one of their longtime enemies.
Yeah.
Which is the U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah, sound typical. I mean, it makes sense.
I mean, I think, it's been going on.
Of course.
It's just put on Front Street right now.
Yeah, I mean, right now, all things are coming out in the open.
We're in the age of Aquarius. Well,
yeah, everything is being revealed.
Nothing too much is not hitting.
As far as the war is concerned, I'll just say this. I don't know too much about war strategy. I don't know too much about politics.
Okay.
But here's how I feel. And some people say, well, you shouldn't say what you feel, you should say what you think, and base it on intelligence, base it on what your research. Well, I haven't done the research. So America, I'm letting y'all know I haven't done the research. So I'm gonna give you my feelings. I think that this war was a mistake. I think it was a mistake. I think it's gonna cost America gravely. I think we're gonna lose a lot of life. And I think it's a war that we should have not gotten into. That's my opinion.
Okay, so pretty much.
Politics aside, that's my opinion.
So pretty much, I mean, the U.S., meaning us, we thought Iran needed a regime change. So we must have passed them a contract. Like, look, you sign this, you're going to get out and lay down.
Right.
They didn't want to get down, so the U.S. went in there and laid them down.
Right, and we based wanting a regime change on what grounds?
I mean, you got to play ball with the U.S. Like, I mean, if I take out your leader and put in a leader that's want to play ball with us and do business with us, that's better for us.
All right, and
versus you saying that to America and opposing us.
Right, and if that is the strategy and that is the and that's the expected result, how has that worked for us? Like, how has that been working out in other places that we've done that?
Well,
has it worked?
America is the big dog of the world. Like, you got to listen to America. If you don't listen to what they say, you're going to get spanked.
Okay,
you're going to pull out that ruler,
Okay, and let's say, assuming, or I ain't going to say assuming, let's allege that that's true, right? How has that worked out? Has that made the world safer? Has that made it better and made America safer?
Well, it's
just around the world, meaning that if we've done this before, has this helped? Has this worked?
In America's favor or against America?
Has it worked for us in our favor?
It worked in America's favor because America is the world's superpower, and they're in the driver's seat right now.
Right. So you're saying that the strategy, no matter what, no matter how many innocent lives are lost, no matter what is the cost, you think that the ultimate, you're saying that it has worked, basically.
I mean, the end-all, be-all strategy of America?
Yeah.
Yeah, they want to become the world superpower no matter at all costs.
Okay.
I mean, we watching it right now.
Right.
Live in front of us.
All right, so let's go a little deeper. Let's go a little further. I want to touch a little further.
Yes, sir. We don't have to move on.
Every regime per se, and once again, I'm not a historian, so I'll let people know that I'm not a historian, and
Neither am I.
I haven't thoroughly researched, but I'm a grown man with an opinion like everybody else. And according to the things that I've seen and the things that I've read over the years, every so-called superpower that has ever existed, that has extended themselves the way that America is extending themselves right now, collapsed.
True.
Like this is historic fact,
Yes.
right? And I think that when I think it's just an example of anyone getting full of themselves and going too far. You know what I mean? And I think that we maybe, hopefully, we're not in this lifetime. Because I mean, just to keep it real with you, I don't think much of what happens after my time, right? But while I'm here, I don't want that to happen.
But I mean, we're on the brink of World War III.
Right.
So I mean, each day, each passing day, as the war continues,
right,
it can escalate. I mean,
and it will.
I'm hearing, and we all are getting reports. I mean that they want to ramp up the ammunition,
right,
so they can do more bombing.
Right.
I mean, you know, so war is big business. Like
True.
companies we do business with every day.
True.
That's going to remain nameless. I'm not going to get into that.
Right.
They have war divisions where they make ammunition, bullets, materials for tanks.
Right.
Materials for helmets, you know, so on and so on. So war is big money. So
True.
If this war can extend for a up-to period of time, they're going to make money.
They're going to make money, right. And unfortunately, America is in the business of war, has always been in the business of war. That's weaponry is our asset. You know, that's what we sell. I would just say that I think overall, I overall just think it's a mistake. I'm pretty sure the people that are involved in it, in the thick of it, they make these decisions for whatever their reasons are. But ultimately, I believe that at its core that it doesn't make any sense.
I mean, combatants are going to lose their lives on each side, but I'm with the innocent lives. Like, you heard about the story, allegedly, that the United States blew up a school with 150 kids.
Right.
And the president said it was Iran's fault.
Yeah, everybody going to point the finger. Everybody going to say it's this one's fault, that one's going to say it's their fault.
But I mean, out of everything that's happening, that's going on right now, that's the craziest thing to me, that 150 kids died in the school.
Lost their life. And unfortunately, these kids lose their life because of grown-up crazy decisions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? These kids are innocent. These kids are defenseless.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't have anything to do with politics or any of these strategies and these things that grown-ups worry themselves with.
Exactly.
And they lose their innocent lives.
Themselves.
They're going to school, educating themselves, and they lose their innocent lives. So, you know, I'm for the people, and I'm against the loss of innocent life, and I'm always on the side of
what about this?
Peace.
400 targets were hit up to date. It's probably more as we speaking. And they say almost 300,000 people were forced to evacuate.
Right. I'm pretty sure the number is higher.
And you know, what's that country that borders Iran? I forgot the country that borders Iran. Like, it's a river that's in between the country that the people are going to have to cross. They say they have cab drivers right along the border expecting those people to come and cross the border to evacuate, to escape.
Yeah, I mean, I would be trying to escape too. I mean, it's just keep it 100. And ultimately, the reason I think that is just senseless, I think it's pointless in the grand scheme of things. I think war is pointless. And I just ultimately think that it just breeds more war, more debt. We teach our kids to be forgiving. We teach our kids to not be bullies. We teach our kids all of these things. But we televise us bullying other countries. And we legitimize it. We come up with fancy words to basically define it. When ultimately what we're doing is being a bully, go and take somebody's shit.
America's the biggest bully?
Yeah, right now we are. We are. Because we got the biggest guns. Whoever got the biggest gun is the biggest bully.
Real rap.
You know?
That's GMB.
Yeah.
So what you think about the 3 fighter jets that got shot down? 3 American fighter jets, 3 F-15s got shot down by friendly fire by Kuwaiti air fighters because they thought, you know.
So-called friendly fire.
Well, I mean, you know, they thought they were Iranian jets or whatever. So
yeah, I think it's actually more.
All of the pilots, they survived. They ejected.
I actually think it's more.
They got video of like civilians running up on them. They gotta say like, wait, you know, I'm American, like, you know.
See,
with their hands up with some shit.
I think it's way more Americans that's losing their lives. I think they're not telling us this
America?
because I think the propaganda in America is to basically feed this idea that we're doing great, that we got it under control, that we're advancing. But I think far more Americans are losing their lives. I think far more targets that are American are being hit.
I don't want to say it, but this man
But
is pretty
that's just
much
my
saying
opinion.
it's balled up grass out of cow's ass.
Basically.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, I think they're telling us a bunch
Propaganda.
of bullshit. Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Okay. Check this out. I don't want to say their names. See, I don't want to say people's names because people have families and I'm sensitive to the subject.
Okay.
Reservemen, like reservemen,
Yeah.
Army reservemen.
Yeah.
6 of them were killed at Dover Air Force Base.
Okay.
So, like, what are your thoughts on that? Like, I think that the youngest gentleman was 20, and I think
20
the
years
oldest
old.
guy was like 40.
20
They
years
just
old.
touched down in Dover because Iran been attacking the bases.
Right.
Bases in the Middle East.
Right.
Certain bases in Afghanistan, the Middle East. I apologize, not Afghanistan, in the Middle East.
Right.
Attacking everything, pretty much the embassies, U.S. embassies and everything.
Right.
So what's your take on that? Like, as soon as these people land, like, they lost their life.
I think it's sad. Once again, I think that war breeds the death of innocent life. I mean, that's what it does. And this young man was 20 years old.
20 years old.
Going to lose his life behind older men.
A National Guard,
And these
National
games.
Guard Reserve.
Yeah, playing these games. So youngsters, I want y'all to listen to that. This is grown men talking here. You're going to lose your life behind grown men in their war games, old men
Making
in their war
decisions.
games, making decisions.
On the
And guess
chessboard.
what? Their kids are not fighting in these wars.
No,
let me
that
make
would not
that so
happen.
clear. These people that make these decisions, that send our kids to war,
Yeah.
they don't send their kids to war.
No, sir. By no
Y'all
stretch
got
of the
that?
imagination.
Their kids are not going fighting these wars. And I think that's unfortunate because if you got the nuts to send some people to war, then I think that you should be willing to go to war as well.
You seen that they sunk, allegedly they sunk 43 ships? They got a video where they showed.
Where whom sunk the
The
43
U.S.
ships?
The U.S. sunk 43
U.S. sunk
Iranian
43
ships.
Iranian
They have a
ships?
video, Slim, where they showing a goddamn torpedo hit the boat
Yeah.
and blow that motherfucker to smithereens.
Okay.
I'm talking about it sunk immediately. I'm talking about it was crazy.
So
Fuck me up.
So I would say that it's probably far more than that. The number is probably far greater.
Mm-hmm.
But what they're not going to show is that the American ships are getting hit too. They're
Well,
not going to show that Americans are losing their lives.
we
as
control
well.
the dice. We had the, we had the crap table.
Yeah,
we
we got
gonna
to show.
We're gonna shit on everybody, and we're gonna roll the dice how we want to roll the dice.
Yeah, we're going to show.
It is what it is.
We have to keep in mind, America, Iran has been preparing for an imminent attack from America for a lot of years.
But I mean, they killed 50 leaders in 51 seconds. They bombed Khomeini, his bunker.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They hit the man bunker with the fucking the concrete piercing ammo.
Yeah.
And when it pierced the concrete, that's when it blew up.
Right.
So they pretty much came with the helicopters, then they came with the goddamn F-15s.
Mm-hmm.
However many they came with, like they have a video showing the attack.
Right.
It was so precise and so fucking on point that where they came in and hit them, and they killed 50 people in 51 seconds.
That's crazy.
That's some crazy shit.
That's crazy.
So that go to show you, if they want you, you can't run them out. They gonna get your ass, man.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the reality of it when you got the biggest gun.
Yeah.
When you got the biggest gun, that's why for me, like I say, I'm just against war in general. I think it's pointless in the grand scheme of
Slim,
things.
they got 3 of the 4 largest aircraft carriers in the world about to on their way to Iran. They might be in the goddamn sea right now.
Right.
Like they're not playing.
And guess what? Those people not playing.
President Trump,
Nobody's
he ain't
playing.
bullshitting.
And guess what? His enemies are not playing either.
Mm-mm.
And they not bullshit.
Mm-mm.
So we better buckle up. America, we better buckle up because it's gonna get ugly. Today I heard, don't know how true it is, I heard today that somewhere some intelligence was intercepted and that Iran has sent out basically an order to wake up a lot of sleeper cells all over the world.
My God.
And there's a lot of sleeper cells here in this country. So I'm just letting people know to pay attention to the things y'all see that look suspect and just take precautions. Take precautions.
I don't know how you would prepare for that, man. You
Yeah,
just
just
gotta
take
go with your
precautions.
instincts.
Yeah, you
If
just
you're not
gotta take
already
precautions.
prepared,
Take precautions
it's super
because
crazy.
it's gonna get crazy.
But I mean, you know they attacking the UAE, Dubai, and all the surrounding Middle Eastern countries that's doing business with America.
Of course.
With the U.S. dollar that have interest in America, you know, they attacking that. They hitting that with rockets and drones and everything.
And that's why I hate war, man, because so many people gonna lose their life.
Yeah.
And in the grand scheme of things, it's pointless.
The crazy shit. You seen the crazy shit where they had
All
drawings
based
of
on
planes on the
greed.
ground?
Yeah, it's
And
like a
they had
cartoon.
a goddamn.
Like cartoon. Like you so gung ho, I'm gonna draw a plane on the ground, you gonna hit it.
You dropping $2-3 million goddamn bombs on a picture
On a
of a
drawing.
goddamn plane on the ground. That's BMF. That's blowing money fast. America, don't tell me shit about spending and blowing no money. If you gonna drop $2-3 million bombs on a picture of a goddamn plane on the ground, I
Right.
can spend my money and blow my money how I want.
However you want.
Fuck that. I could have used that money. I could have used
You know
a
what I
couple
could
of
have did
M's.
with that? You know what I could have did with them
They
millions?
say them people shooting down $30,000 drones with $1 million missiles.
No, they shooting down $1 million missiles with $30,000 drones. Crazy, man.
That's not GMB. You can get that money to us. We can use it. You know what we could do with that? Huh?
That's real talk.
Shit. Well, check this out. You know, on a lighter note, it's nothing to play with. Just want your opinion. He remained nameless. It was a goddamn soldier that was deployed over at Iran.
Uh-huh.
He had his battle gear, his helmet. You know, he was ready for war. But as soon as he touched down on goddamn Iranian soil, the man asked where the holes at. The man tore up. America. The man landed in Iran and said,
Shit.
where the holes at?
You can't make this stuff up. So you're telling me.
Uptown Slum. What is your opinion?
So you're telling me this. Oh
Hey,
shit! This is the world we living in. This man touched down in Iran and wants to know where the holes at.
Where the holes at?
Oh my God! So, yeah.
I don't want to offend the Iranian people. Like, you know, I can't speak Iranian to be their language. They would speak Iranian?
Arabic.
Arabic.
So I'm hoping.
I'm a fucking idiot for that. I apologize. Yeah, speak Arabic. So
Could
he ask where the holes at in Arabic?
I do hope the
America, how you say where the holes at in?
I do hope the Iranian whores find him before they kill him.
That's disrespectful, ain't it?
What?
Even saying that in a Muslim country or some shit like
What,
that.
Iranian whores? There's no Iranian.
Oh shit.
Hey, I don't know.
God
If there
we
are,
love y'all. We love y'all.
I don't know if we were supposed to curse. If there are no ladies of the night in Iran, ladies of the night, I hope y'all find this guy who's looking for the ladies of the night. I hope y'all find
Don't
him.
have no prostitutes in Iran. Huh? God damn, they got.
Let's go to the next subject.
Next
'Cause,
subject,
you
all
can't
right.
make this up.
Shit,
You
got it.
just can't make this up.
All right.
I think ladies of the night are everywhere. By the way, America, I think there are ladies of the night everywhere.
Love, peace, and heck grease to everybody. You know we love y'all. But
Yeah.
anyway, you heard about the Texas gunman, man. That was in
Yeah.
Austin.
Yeah.
That, you know what I mean? He killed 2 people, man, died, and 3 people were wounded.
And what was his
I don't even want to say his name. I don't want to give his name.
No, not
away.
his name. Like what was his motive? Did they ever discover the
He
motive?
pretty much he had a hoodie on, man, with an Iranian flag on. And he pretty much was property of our lot was on his hoodie.
Yeah.
He pretty much was linked. I guess he's probably linked to what's going on.
He
So
flashed out.
You think he was under some hypnosis type shit, or he flashed out, or he got paid? Like what you know? What? 'Cause I can
I
pretty
don't
much
know.
tell you what I think.
I don't know. I would say because you have to consider these guys. They do this stuff for multiple different reasons. Some of them are told to do it. Some are paid to do it. Some just flash out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, I don't know what his motivation
it's a black
was.
Man. It's a black dude.
So considering that this was a black guy, I think that maybe he was just radicalized and he had reached his breaking point and he was ready to do what he
So
considered.
you don't think he was, yoked up and hypnotized and something on that mission on some bullshit?
Nah, I think he just
He
went
went with his move.
he went with his move. He was radicalized. and he wanted to prove his loyalty to his religion, and you know.
I mean, my condolences to the two people and their families, you know, that lost their
Yeah,
lives.
definitely,
You know what I mean?
definitely my condolences to the family.
And also the ones that were wounded, you know. Hopefully you have a speedy recovery. You know, that was some bullshit, of course.
Yeah.
You know, moving on from that, Mexico's most feared drug lord, El Mencho,
Yeah.
he was buried in a solid gold fucking casket, G-word million. Solid fucking gold. That's how much Brady had. Like, he wanted to show the world, like, I'm still going out in style, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This shit me.
I don't know. That's one of them things I'm like, okay, and what does that do for you? I mean, you're dead, so.
I mean, he's stunting, like, you know.
Yeah.
He's stunting in the afterlife.
But I guess that's no
America, he wanted to stunt in the afterlife.
I guess that's no different than these pharaohs and all of these people from ancient times that were building. They built pyramids and big old monuments and everything to the dead. So I guess that's his way of basically doing the same thing.
But I mean, when they killed him, they fucking burned cars and all type of debris. They blocked off the roads to 20 cities.
Why?
I mean, he powerful. You know, he wanted to put a statement down that was between the cartel and the goddamn government or whatever.
Okay.
The army.
So who burnt the cars? You think the cartel or the?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hell yeah.
So that was basically them venting because he was dead.
Yeah. They blocked the roads to 20 different states. I mean, you killed their leader, so they just went crazy. I mean, he had a private army. I mean, he was, you know, he a billionaire. He was balling.
Yeah.
So you see, he's still balling while you dead. He in the solid gold car.
Solid gold cast. Yeah.
On some bullshit.
I wonder how that work out for him.
Would you like to be buried in a solid gold casket?
I mean, I wouldn't give a damn how I'm buried. I'm not gonna know.
You could roll me up and smoke my shit.
I'm telling you.
Put me in Lake Pontchartrain some bullshit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna know. So,
Yeah, you right. I'm gonna know.
Yeah, let me spend
I'm
that
too
money
strong.
right
I got
now.
too much shit in me. My presence, I'm gonna be around. I'm gonna haunt motherfuckers while I'm,
let me spend my money. You know what I mean? Let me enjoy it. Don't worry about spending on no casket.
Real rap.
You know what I'm saying?
So if they had a $15 million bounty on your head, what would you hide?
What would I hide?
They had a $15 million bounty on my head.
On his head? Who had it?
The government. It was between the Mexican government and the U.S. that got together and
I would say
handled their business on it.
I don't want to imagine someone having that kind of bounty on my head. I don't want to. America, I don't want nobody to ever want me that bad.
I'm not gonna do a motherfucking thing for you to want.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like I don't want to be.
And then again, I'll be like, I'm worth $15 million. I might not have it in my pocket. I'll be like, man, I'll be talking shit probably.
Yeah.
You know how much they trying to put on my head? $15 million, man.
Yeah, nah. They
jive ass nigga, you ain't worth. They ain't looking for you like that.
So you'll be flexing with it.
Don't even love you.
So
Nigga,
you'll
they won't
be
put $15 million on.
So you'll be flexing with that bounty.
I'll be stunt. Yeah. I think I'm shit. I think I made it. I think I'm a
I'll
star.
pass. I don't want it.
I'll be all on the poster, on the warning poster. You dig?
Oh,
You know what I mean?
I'll
Yeah,
pass.
You know what I mean? That's how they'll catch me. Yeah, I'm thugging. I'm out here. They got $15 million on my head. But check this out, though. Moving along, I want to get into something a little serious.
All right.
Senator Ted Kennedy, he was, I guess he was speaking at the House. I'm not sure where he was. But he made a speak. He spoke about New Orleans and how we need affordable housing.
Right.
And he told a story about the Gus project, the Gus homes or whatever.
You think the Gus
They
home
had a
maybe
$2 million light bill
All right.
that wasn't paid. They cut the people's lights off. They had to deal with that.
Man,
Because
that's insane.
Hano had somebody else managing the property, and it was the funds was misappropriated. Pretty much, he cited all type of fraud
Right.
that was going on throughout the years and stated that we need affordable house. What's your take on that? New Orleans needed affordable housing, affordable homes.
I like Ted. I think it's you say Ted James or Ted Kennedy.
Ted Kennedy, Senator Kennedy.
Senator Kennedy. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought you said Ted James. We definitely need affordable housing in New Orleans. A $2 million light bill is insane. I didn't even think that was possible. I didn't think that was possible.
For real.
Whoever misappropriated them funds is probably in big trouble if they haven't already got approached.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, and investigated. They're
Pretty
probably
much.
in trouble because I think that's the unfortunate thing about the people when they get in those positions where they're handling that kind of money. The temptation to misappropriate those funds is strong.
Yes.
And I just think that it takes somebody who is well disciplined And you know, I think we got to vet these people more when we doing the hiring for those type of jobs where you're overseeing that kind of money.
So would you would be an honest politician if you know see the spreadsheet and all the money in front of you,
Yeah.
and you could wet your beat without nobody knowing. Would you be an honest politician?
Would I be personally?
Yeah, you.
Yes, yes. Because I mean, to me, that's integrity. Integrity to me means that you know when you are who you are when nobody's watching,
Mm-hmm.
right? When you can be who you are and stand on your principles even when nobody is watching.
So you would really run and serve the people.
I would really run.
You wouldn't try to
Yeah, that's probably why I would never get
enlarge
elected.
Your bank account.
Yeah, that's probably why I would never get elected because I'm definitely not a person that's going to take advantage of anything like that.
I would try to do both. I want the position to get paid a lot of money if I got to do a public service job because I mean, what that requires a lot. I'm not gonna cheat or steal.
And I'm gonna tell you, they don't pay them
be
nothing. They don't pay them nothing.
Then that's why you think them people steal then.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. I agree that I think they should pay them more money. I do believe they should pay them more money.
I would like to be well, compensated well if I'm gonna do the job.
Now they got other perks that help them, but as far as that job, you know, when you take a public service job, why many of them still have other jobs. Like I'll give you an example of a good friend of mine, like a Royce Duplessis.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a senator, he's a state senator, but he's also a lawyer.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? And a lot of people like that, they still have their other jobs because that don't pay nothing.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? That's
their civic duty.
That's
doing
your
public service to the people.
Yeah, your public service. So
No,
that don't pay
I feel
anything.
that's dope.
You know, now should they make more money? You know, I think they should at least make more than what I've heard they make. I think that's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that in itself leads to temptation, just that type of...
I mean, I wouldn't be no crooked politician, you know what I'm saying? But I would, if I'm not getting paid, I'm going to do my term and I'm gone.
Yeah.
They'll be looking for me like, where you at? Like, and I'll be real on, like, I'm sorry, I wasn't getting paid.
Yeah, I wasn't getting paid.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah, it ain't weighing out.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's just the way I go. You know what I mean? Real talk. But let me ask you, speaking about money, a famous model, Aisha Diaz.
Mm-hmm.
Nice looking.
I think I heard of her today. I think today I was made.
Nice looking woman. You know what I mean? Well-to-do woman. Allegedly, in order to date her, she said, if you don't want her to work and you want to date her and you want her to be like a stay-at-home girlfriend, you want her to always be with you, that will cost you between $40,000 to $50,000 a month.
Basically saying that, you know,
she said she got a lot of businesses and companies and bills and properties that she have to run, and if you don't want her to work and you want her to stay home with you and be a stay-at-home girl and be with you, you know, at your call and your pecking order, that's what she required a month.
And I mean, if she can get that, then guess what? If she can get that, she deserves it. If she can get that,
would you give a woman or that woman or any woman 50 to 40 grand a month?
No.
No?
No.
I'm sorry, brother. I'm asking the question, bro.
That's insane.
Shit.
I mean, what do you want for $50,000 a month?
What do I want or what the
woman
want?
I'm just saying, like, what possibly does she want for $50,000 a month?
You know what that woman want, man. That woman want backup money so she could hide money on the side so when you leave her, she could, do her thizzle.
I understand that,
Yeah,
but I mean, ultimately, my thing is, you know, when it comes to material things, which brings a greater, which brings a bigger conversation for me. In America, let me tell y'all, this is my stance on material things in general. I have nothing against material things. Let me state that. That's my disclaimer. Mm-hmm. I have nothing against material things.
Those nice glasses, by the way.
Thank you, brother. I like nice stuff. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Nice polo sweater.
Yeah, I like nice stuff. But here's my thing.
Continue on, bro. Continue. Brother.
Here is my thing, brother. My thing is this. What does all that money do for you other than buy you a bunch of things that you're going to get tired of in 2 weeks?
I don't think women think like that, Slim.
I think they do.
I think women think like shopping sprees, even when they sleep.
My wife has stuff in the closet right now that she bought that she has never worn?
Mm-hmm. Try to throw it away. You're going to have a fight on your hands.
You think?
Yeah.
I think so,
She going to
too.
whoop your ass if you try to throw
I
that
think
later
so,
stuff
too.
away. Yeah.
But I guess for me, I'm a minimalist. So that's my disclaimer, America. I'm a minimalist.
Don't kill me, but this is what I think.
I don't like a lot of stuff. You know what I mean?
I think women like gifts, compliments, and presents on a loop, on a recurring loop.
On a recurring loop?
Yeah, no matter how old they are. From 9 to 99.
Okay. Well,
remember that, America. Gifts, compliments, and presents.
Y'all hear that?
On a recurring
now listen,
loop.
to the women out there, I don't want y'all to think that. Listen,
there's nothing wrong with that if they deserve it.
I don't know if I share that sentiment. That's
brother.
That's Big St. Thomas's assessment. But I will say this. I just feel that stuff can only bring you so much gratification.
Well, you're right.
You know what I mean?
I agree with you. I was only saying the psyche of a woman. I don't think they'll pile this whole room up with stuff. As long as it's brand new.
And I know how I am.
Price tag on
when I have too much of stuff, I get. I gotta give it. I gotta give.
I mean, America, my daughter's 9 years old.
Like too much
She's already a pretty problem and a beautiful bill.
Yeah.
Do what you will with that.
Okay, y'all heard that? Y'all coined that. A pretty problem and a beautiful bill is what he said.
Hey,
man. I think that's a good take.
That's what Miss Aisha Diaz, No offense, no disrespect, darling.
But 50,000
pretty problem and a beautiful bill.
50,000 a month. What she think she alimony? I mean,
you seen pictures of her?
I don't care what she look like. 50,000 a month.
I'm gonna make a disclaimer. I mean, she gonna get a few dollars.
I get it. I mean, what she's basically saying is she wants a rich guy. I get it. You know what I mean?
All right. Let me ask you a question.
Because that's
something
wrong
with a woman wanting a rich man?
No.
With a woman wanting a rich
Not
man?
at all. Not at all.
I'm rich. America, I'm rich in a lot of things except money.
Not at all.
I ain't got no bread.
I just think that statement basically was letting everybody. Basically, she was putting that out there that anybody under that might as well not even apply.
Like, read the label.
Read the label. Y'all might as well not apply.
Fine print. Yeah,
because you got to really have some access to some. You got to have some access to some serious funds to be able to just give somebody 50,000, spend 50,000 a month on somebody, and it don't bother you.
Real rap. Okay, now she wants 40,000 to 50,000 a month, right?
Yeah.
They have a man in Thailand.
Mm-hmm.
He sold his balls for $2 million. He said he sold his balls for $2 million because he wanted to modify his car. I'm like, what the fuck?
Wait, back this up.
Selling your balls. What type of modification you want to do on your car? You got to modify your wood. What type of game you playing?
Oh,
you done sold your Easter eggs.
America, you can't make this shit up. So you're saying that he did what?
Mm-hmm. Let me sit up. There was a gentleman in Thailand. He wanted to modify his car. So he sold.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
He sold his testicles. He sold his testicles to modify a Tesla.
To modify a Tesla?
No, I'm just bullshitting. I don't know the car, but he said he wanted to sell his balls and modify his car.
To modify his car. So, brother.
Hey.
So you mean to tell me
I ain't doing
your desire to modify your car was so strong that you was willing to give up the jewels?
The crown jewels.
You don't give up the jewels. America, I ain't giving up the jewels. For nothing. Yeah, so brother in Thailand.
For nothing on this planet.
Nothing.
God damn it.
Nothing. He's out of his mind.
That's not GMB.
And he's out of his balls.
Yeah. He got a lot of things. He jingled his bells.
Yeah.
He's out of here. Yeah, he got to ask Santa Claus for some new balls.
He's a eunuch.
Yeah, he gonna want that for Christmas. Yeah. I'm not feeling that. I'm not cutting my ball. You gotta put me to sleep, cut my balls off, and have a check next to me when I wake up in the hospital bed. And I'm gonna be like, shit, that's enough money to buy me one or two. I'm gonna want to buy them back with the same check. It's another crazy story, man. I'm gonna keep her nameless too. She's a TV star and the wife of Dwight Howard.
Yeah.
You know, Dwight Howard's an ex-NBA player.
Yeah.
The lady said CPS came and picked up their kid.
Uh-huh.
Because the man snorting cocaine, man. The lady pulled out a fucking turkey bag so big, looked like she had a 9-piece in that motherfucker.
I saw that. I saw that.
And she had a little vial where she poured it in her hand and said, you know, I'm losing my baby over this, you know, showed the coconut, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she got the big old turkey bag. She sprinkled it in the turkey, but she looked like she crying and sniffing at the same time.
And look, I saw people in the comments
allegedly, yeah, I don't want to put that on the woman, but she crying and
yeah, people in the comments were saying,
by the coke,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah, so I looked at it. I saw the video. Don't know much about it. That was actually the first I'd seen of it. I don't know much about it, but I will say this. I think one of the biggest problems we have now is that people run to social media to deal with their problems rather than dealing with them
people really
internally.
care.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm here to tell everybody out there, if you bring your issues, your personal problems to social media, then you have to be willing to accept all of the backlash that comes with it. Because the attention that you're seeking is not just the attention you think you're going to get.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not
No
everybody that's watching has good intent. Not everybody that's watching even gives a damn.
All eyes are not admiring eyes.
Right. So be careful. I don't know too much about that situation, but what I will say is I did see that bag, and I did think, damn, that was a big old bag of coke.
She pulled the onion
if
out.
that was real.
She pulled the onion out the fucking bag, Slim, and said, all because of this. I'm like, well, she weighed the onion out of the bag.
Yeah, that was a big bag of coke.
I don't know
that's if that was a real bag of coke. But whether it was true or not, also in contrast, we saw Dwight Howard at a basketball game like nothing happened.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, that could be, it could all be false. You know, I don't know. But I will say this.
Allegedly,
I
man.
think
I gotta use the word allegedly.
I think we should think twice before we bring our personal issues to social media.
No doubt. There's one more thing I want to end the show on, man. I want to ask your opinion on this. I'm not sure if you've seen this. Gunplay.
All right.
It's a video of Gunplay. I forgot whose podcast he's on. Shouts out to them. He pretty much saying him and Rick Ross don't talk anymore.
Right.
Like they haven't spoken in a while, and he been with Ross for like 10 or 15 years, and Ross haven't gave him the push he needed. He said he never had a budget, and he felt like Rick Ross was ping-ponging him between Def Jam. He'd ask Def Jam what's up, talk to Ross. Ross would say talk to Def Jam. So he pretty much felt disgruntled, and he pissed off that he never got a shot. He said dude never gave him a budget. He put out so many hits, and he just never got a shot. So what's your take on that, man? Have you ever been in that situation where a rapper ever came to you and was like, you owe them something, they're disgruntled, you never did a record with them, or they just feel like you owe them something and they wasn't due?
I would say I don't know much about their situation.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm aware of who Gunplay is. I'm aware of who Rick Ross is.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say this to any artist. So I'm gonna make a general statement. This is to any artist. If you feel that you're not getting your just due in any situation, move on and do you. You know what I mean? Do you, because right now,
even if it's real personal?
Yeah. I mean, because in this day and time, man, people go viral, people blow up every day on their own.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? Without a cosign, without anybody. So I would encourage any artist, if you ever feel that you're not getting just due from whoever it is you're with, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That just means to go extra hard on your own to make things happen for you. That's what I would do, because right now in this day and time, all options are open to you. Social media has made it where you don't need record labels. You don't need a cosign. You don't need none of that no more. You know what I mean? So
you're right.
That's what I would say.
But the aspect, this is what I want to touch on. The aspect of blind loyalty. Do you think he was misled by just being loyal to a fault? Just like blind loyalty? Like, do you at a certain point like hold your head up and realize what's going on around you and make a move? So was he, by being loyal, that he was loyal to a fault?
Well, I don't know much about that situation.
I mean, he said he was with it for 10 to 15 years. He was down with it for 10 to 15. You remember the video that he got into a fight with Tony Yayo and 50 Cent them at the BET Awards?
Yeah.
He gonna be forever linked to that.
Yeah.
Like being down. Anybody had a problem with Ross? He on the front line. He gonna say something.
Right.
So he was pretty much the right hand man.
And you have to keep this in mind. I don't really know too much about them.
Okay.
But I would say that, because you don't all the time know what people's motivations are for why they do what they do. Sometimes it could be blind loyalty. Sometimes it could be something else. I don't know. I don't know much of him. So shout out to that brother and to Rick. I just hope they, whatever their differences is, I hope they can get that together. But I would encourage Gunplay to, man, do you, man. If you wrote some hits, guess what? That means you still got that in you to write those hits. You still got that in you. And I would say, man, push yourself harder and do it on your own, because we live in a time right now where anything could happen at any given moment. There's no age limit no more. There's none of that. This social media has put everything back in the hands of the
it's on the even
artists.
playing field.
It's on the even playing field.
So that's your advice for Gunplay.
That's my advice for Gunplay.
No doubt, man. Shouts out to Gunplay. Shouts out to Rick Ross, man. Any final words you want to say before we wrap GMB up, gang?
No, I think that's a wrap, man. I want to thank everybody who tuning in for tuning in. You have watched the very first episode of Grown Man Biz with Mac and Whiz, and I am one of the hosts, Mac Phipps, a.k.a. Mac Free, and if you know, you know, and if you don't, then you better ask somebody, baby.
And you're dealing with Whiz, a.k.a. Big St. Thomas. I'd like to give a shout-out to the whole city of New Orleans, up and down, everything in between and all around.
East, west.
You know what I mean?
You heard me?
We rocking with you. What up, world? And welcome the whole planet, goddamn it.
GMB, baby.
And you know how we end GMB. Love, peace, and hair grease. Be good or be good at it.
You heard me? Yeah. Once again, Uptown Slim is on the microphone. Mac and Diesel is in the building. You heard me? Shout out to Grown Man Biz. My homie Boo, my homie Whiz is in the building. UP. Shout out to y'all and the whole crew. Hey, yo, Diesel, what's happening?
Red dress.
You heard me? She had
peanut butter skin.
That peanut butter interior, what you know about that, baby?
I've been waiting for you all my life.
All my life I've been looking
but
for
you know, baby, where you been?
Playboy.
Baby, where you been?
Check it, see it was all a dream. I used to read them car magazines just to get a glimpse of what living large really mean. Flipping through all them pages, never thinking of wages. Manifesting what life would be like when I'm on them stages. Lamborghinis and Porsches, Bentleys and Rolls Royces, all of which I admire. Only one I adore was something about that rosa that made me feel closer to everything I imagine. All that I am supposed to become in a crazy world. At the red light flirting with some Mercedes girl. And everything I envisioned, I wrote with precision with hopes they would listen. Never knowing that prison was someday alter the mission. Still.
Red dress, peanut butter skin.
You know what I'm talking about? Listen.
I've been waiting for you all my life.
All my life I've been waiting for you.
You know, baby, where you been?
No doubt.
Baby, where you been?
Listen, check it. A Motorola to my ear, talking about nothing but one of my peeps. Downplaying how good it feels among the elite. Can't be in the spot too long, gotta keep the mystique. Just know that when big boys play, we do it for keeps. Mike Tyson had a fight last night and I had seats front row. Some shit I can't pronounce on my feet. Just met with a millionaire who said to make life easier. In 30 years he'll introduce social media. My tour starts Friday. I'm the biggest in the world, my opening act. Some dude with a curl singing about a Liberia girl. But the biggest name on the poster, shit, them brothers in that red test.
Red dress.
Look, she had
peanut butter skin.
The peanut butter interior, look.
I've been waiting for you all my life.
All my life I've been waiting for you.
You know, baby, where you been?
And what else?
Baby, where you been? Nothing ever made me feel closer.
Nothing can make me feel as successful.
That red
is that Testarossa, baby. You know what I'm talking about?
Said nothing ever
drop
made
top,
me feel closer to
the peanut butter interior, sitting in something nice. Y'all know how we doing the NO, baby.
You did?
You heard me?
What we had?
She had a
red dress.
I'm gonna give a big shout out
peanut butter skin
to the whole crew. Everybody that's in the building, everybody that's been supporting.
I've been waiting for you all my life.
Mac and Diesel
you know,
is in the building.
Baby, where you been? Baby, where you
Grown
been?
Man Biz. You heard me?